You know, my whole life I've grown up on Watts Bar, and you know, it's where I've cut my teeth fishing.
I'm interested to see what happens. I think our 80 guys on that place, I'm gonna learn more about Watts Bar in that week than I probably learned in 6 years. So I'm really looking forward to see what happens out there.
You know, it's one of those things where if I just don't let it get in my head, I think I'll do okay, but I am looking forward to it and not looking forward to it at the same time.
And there's a lot of fish in there. The numbers are incredible. We've had some good grass the last few years, so the spawns have been very healthy. Guiding, it's great. You catch a lot of fish. The size is not what it was when I moved there. I think it's a cycle. There used to be fewer fish, but bigger. Now there's a lot more fish and smaller.
It does have a ton of 2-pound bass in it. I'm gonna say it's got a ton of 2 to 3 pound bass in it, but it's one of those times of year, you know, you're right there where they, you know, some may still be spawning, some just came off the spawn. Depends on the weather too. Could be, you know, if we have a really warm spring, could be a lot of them done spawn and the majority of them are offshore or, you know, off the bank feeding.
Every day's different. I mean, I've literally been on a pattern one day and the next morning go right back out there and that is not working. I gotta do something totally different. And that's sort of common with TVA lakes. They're pretty fickle. You know, the water might drop a foot or an inch or, you know, 6 to 3 inches. And I mean, everything changes. So yeah, an open mind is very positive there. You better have it to be successful on Watts Bar.
And it has a diverse types of cover. It's got grass, it's got docks, it's got ledges, it's got bluff walls, it's got sandbars. It's got a lot of different types of cover in it. It's not like Chickamauga. I'm gonna say it's a little bit deeper lake and it's more point oriented, not as many bars per se as like Chickamauga, Wheeler, Pickwick, those type of deals. It's a little bit deeper, it sets up a little bit different, but there are a lot of fish that get off the bank.
But it has a ton of docks, and the guys that really love fishing docks will do very well. Good ones live under the docks. Laydowns are always a player. There is some offshore areas. There's a lot of brush piles that people put in for crappie and bass, and so if you find some good brush piles, that'll be a play. Really, it's one of those lakes you can run up a river where the water's cooler and do something totally different than the lower end of the lake. So there's a lot of techniques. It won't be a one-trick pony this year. It'll be top 5, probably be doing 5 different things.
There'll be a lot of strategy involved in Watts Bar, I can promise you that.
It'll be interesting to see how it shakes out that time of year. That's the best week of the year. The first week of June, the best week of the year to be there. So that's the positive.